But remember, before judging someone else and thinking they're a horrible person, how dare he? Judge yourself. Look at yourself and say, am I a perfect person? Do I make mistakes? And when I make a mistake, what do I do? How do I correct it? Can I be better? Coach Greg and Will Smith has released his apology. I'm sure you've heard of it. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know what this is about. And I do not believe this was staged in the slightest. I don't think Will Smith would be willing to risk his reputation to look like a complete asshole just to get, more views for the Oscars? Really? On his biggest night when he's winning the award? I just don't see it. So he's slapping Chris and he regrets it. He's looking back, thinking back, the emotions are down, it's settled, and he's thinking, that was a mistake. And whether or not he feels it or not, I'm sure his PR team is saying, look, you got to apologize. But I do think he is genuinely sorry. How many of you haven't done something wrong like this in your entire life? Never did anything wrong that you might have reacted on emotions. And so you got to think, the Oscars are probably going to do something about this. An investigation was pending, perhaps. What's going on? Did they collude? Was this actually planned? Were these two staged this out? It's not cool. We can't just allow people to do this stuff. And so perhaps they're going to do an investigation. Well, Will Smith's like, enough's enough. I got to apologize. And some people are thinking, well, where is Chris Rock's apology? Chris Rock's the one that started it. He's the one that called out his wife. Said, hey, you're bald, kind of like G.I. Jane.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
These are professional comedians. How many comedians who tell jokes do not ever insult anybody? That every single joke is just purely for children? No one. I don't see anyone who's never made a joke like that.
The bass player, he got a rule. He got to wax his head every morning. That's a rule.
Pro knows, will you wax your head? You see him do it in his past. And if you think that joke was bad, really bad, have you ever seen a roast?
I didn't know the show was called Dancing with the Vaguely Familiar.
You're like a stripper who hates money, so you work here.
Like Buddy Holly and Barney Rubble had a baby and then peed on it.
Your goal is to make fun of that person. Do you think there's ever a day goes by that I'm not called a manlet or something else or something far worse? Or that people make extremely horrible jokes about me and my family? Horrible jokes. You don't see my DMs. Horrible jokes. And so if we can't actually tell any jokes whatsoever, that they're off limit, then you basically cancel comedians. All comedians are canceled. Seinfeld, gone. Out of it. They make fun of people. People tease people. And no, I'm not condoning bullying. People on the playground with kids at school bullying for nothing. But if we can't ever make a joke to anyone, what's wrong with it? What would the world become? And so there's oftentimes that I post videos and I know I'm going to be seen as a villain. I know I'm posting this video knowing it's going to ruffle feathers, that not everyone's going to be happy. And so I know when I post videos, some of them are not going to be well received by everyone. Some people are going to like it.
Reporter Greg, breaking news. Popular plus-side model Tess Holliday, advocate for body positivity. She seems to be recovering well after her severe bout with anorexia.
That just triggered somebody, her probably, other people, but yet I said it. And if we're not thick-skinned enough that we can't handle that, then what are we to do? Did Chris Rock, in fact, go too far? I actually don't think he did. Now, if you think he did, that's okay. I'm not mad at you. You shouldn't be mad at me. We have a right to our own opinions. I think that joke was very tame, very, very mild. A lot of men really can't stand losing their hair. And I'm talking, it's horrible to them. It's always on a scale 1 to 10. Some people don't care at all. Some people care a lot. Women probably care more than men on average. That Chris Rock joke was meant in fun. And so what should Will Smith have done? Talk to him in private. Dude, it's really sensitive. My wife, it bothers me. I actually was laughing at the start of the joke. I thought it was really funny. And so I think Will Smith made a mistake. I think most of us have done far worse mistakes than that. He used what he did, which was wrong, and used it to tell people, don't do what I did. This is not me. This is not what I want. This is not the message I'm trying to create. I handled this incorrectly. I think Will Smith did the right thing. He apologized. I think we should be able to move past this. But remember, before judging someone else and thinking they're a horrible person, how dare he? Judge yourself. Look at yourself and say, am I a perfect person? Do I make mistakes? And when I make a mistake, what do I do? How do I correct it? Can I be better? And people, they love drama. Somebody's got to be the villain. Somebody's got to be the hero. In wrestling, everyone wants to win the title, but there are heels, the bad guys, and the good guys. Everyone wants to be the good guy. Why wouldn't you? The world loves you. Every time they see you, they clap. Versus they're booing you all the time. It's easier to be loved to make videos where everyone is just going to applaud. Hi, everyone. Brush your teeth and say thank you to everyone and say please. Be nice, be good to each other. And when you make a video, always be positive and just say nice, positive, fun things that'll help everyone's life and help everyone be better. Not everyone wants to tune into that all the time. Some people want to hear, sometimes somebody wants to hear the bullshit that somebody's saying, call them out on it and say, no, that is not acceptable. That is a lie. That is a stretch of the truth. That was done deceitfully. Sometimes you just got to call out the bullshit. When you see a video by Coach Greg, it doesn't mean that in my regular life that I'm acting like this all the time. When you watch a movie and somebody plays a murderer, that person doesn't need to be a murderer in real life. And so when I make a video, a YouTube video, it's kind of like a movie. And just like that murder that you've seen on a movie, doesn't mean I'm like that at home. Doesn't mean it's bad. And doesn't mean that the only movies that are allowed to be made in Hollywood are Disney movies where everyone's happy in the end. There can be some bad movies. Bambi died. Not every movie has to be positive. Not every YouTube video has to have morals and teaching everything. It's good to have a mix of everything. And so, ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IPP Pro. Please watch one of the Boost, the harder than last time supplements. Please get those, including Turkestrone, Seco Bar, all that kind of stuff. Comment for the algorithm. Subscribe. Click the bell button to get notified. Leave a comment. And until next time, I'm out.